Right, this is part one of Unpack the Shop, and this is the first bag from Tesco, a little bag from Lidl. See what I did there? Little bag from Lidl, another little bag. Okay, so we have two bottles of Green Machine from the Naked brand, a lovely head of fresh broccoli, nice and big. This one is. You see, no brown spots. It's all nice and fresh. Now, normally I would break this stem bit off. It had a long and bit of woody bit at the end there. I would break that off before weighing the broccoli to save me a few pennies. But this one obviously was too thick. I couldn't manage. So I just bought it as it is. It's a little bit there. Can't afford to waste any of it. Then we have some celery, which we love. Um, some pak choy reduced because best before date is today. So it was £1.55 per packet, reduced to £1.08. So I have bought two packets, and I will basically cut these up and perhaps freeze them, or I'll use them straight away in a curry or in a bit of stir fry. Okay, spring onions, nice fresh bunch. We call these scallions. Americans call them escallions. We call it scallion in Jamaica. Okay. I've got red peppers because I love a red pepper. Now, red peppers, they're 70p each in Tesco today and £2.10 for a packet of three. So I just bought a packet of three because the loose ones weren't looking particularly inviting. They're quite small in comparison. Okay. I'm going to share a couple of exotic bits with you that you may not use yourself, but you might want to try them. They're available in Tesco. So I'll start off with these little brown sort of potato looking um, things. So these are called Edos. I think they're called cocoa in Jamaica. We call them cocoa. And we use that pretty much like a potato, but really just in a soup or a curry. Okay, so those are my Edos. They're about 60 pence for the two. I've got a bag of garlic. I've got six of them in there because I use a lot of garlic as well. And I use these in smoothies as well as in my cooking. Garlic. Avocado. Avocado is a firm favorite. It's very healthy, healthy fats as well. This is a large avocado, and then I bought just 88 pence for that one. And then these are 75 pence. They're the small ones. So I bought one, two, and three, four, and five of those. They'll keep us going throughout the week because we use it in our salads and as a side with our evening meal. And then these interesting items. This is cassava. Now, cassava is like a potato again, for those people who are unfamiliar with it, or more like yams, and you treat it like a potato pretty much. So this is already peeled. It was in the frozen section of Tesco, which I was delighted to see because the fresh ones are very expensive and sometimes the quality is very poor because they deteriorate very quickly. So I'm looking forward to using this in a soup or just boiled really and have it on the side like a potato. Okay. And then finally, I have okra, also called bindi. Now, these are whole okra that's frozen. Now, for my Jamaican people, I haven't seen you doing this, but okras, they hold up very well when you freeze them. So if you have an overstock of okra, by all means, top them and put them in your freezer and then cook them from frozen. And these are lovely as a side dish. Treat it like um, asparagus. That's the closest thing I think I can compare it to for our British friends who aren't familiar with the okra. But it is very nutrient dense and really, really good for you and quite tasty as well. Though the texture might not be for everyone because it tends to be very slippery and very soft, depending on how much you've cooked it. Okay, so that is part one of the Tesco shop. Is there anything that you would like to try? Anything that you really wouldn't buy? Did I spend too much between part one and part two? At 67 pence, discounted, £67, sorry, discounted to 55. Thanks for watching.